Well, hey everybody. Here we are, Universal Studios, Florida. You tuned in just in time. In just probably a few seconds, Celestina Warbeck and the Banshees will be performing. So we're going to start off here. Sorry it's a little loud. There's a dragon about to blow fire. And with that, Celestina should be stepping out in just a moment. So I'm not going to say much during the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? As a reminder, all guests are required to wear a face covering at all times unless eating or drinking. Please practice social distancing, using ground markings where provided to maintain a distance of 2 meters. That's 6 feet between your travel party and others. We thank you for your cooperation and wish you a pleasant day.
So that recording is relatively new. There we go.
Thank you
for tuning into the Wizarding Wireless Network. And now, a live performance direct from Diagon Alley, featuring that musical marvel, that delectable diva, the spectacular singing sorceress herself, Celestina Warbeck.
From the marshy rocks of years, through sorts of light and air, in which each wish and prison or take flight through the air. We sit and watch in wonder at each game of players play, and dream our team will reign supreme as we count down the day. Think that those buzzers walk isn't that awful here. No team can ever pass the best of career. You catch that golden switch with the easiest timings. Grab the stops and then toss it back through the gap. This is incoming plays. We've got those buzzers boys and shut that bubble here. Those noble neighbors look much more else up here. Don't see no flashing on their balloons. They fly the rules and everybody smalls and the trees. Yeah, there's the but I think it's those culinary nuances. Always number one. That thing is got three roast beans in the contest. Now it's time to have some fun.
Well, gang, that was the start of the Celestina and the Banshees. So now we're just walking through Diagon Alley. Everybody does have their masks on or facial protection. It's a slow day here at Universal. Everything's been about a 5 to 10 minute wait. Or, correction, Gringotts is a 30-minute wait. Yes, Richard. At least it's in a shady area. It is definitely a warm one out here right now. So we're going to take a walk through Nocturne Alley to cool off a little bit. See some of the magic going on around here. For those of you who haven't been to Universal Studios Florida, Diagon Alley is amazing. If you're a Harry Potter fan, or even if you're just a little bit of a Harry Potter fan, it's a great place to visit. So it's going to get really dark in here, because this is where all the dark magic happens. This is one of my favorite windows. If you've ever wondered how wizards and witches get tattoos, this is a place to come, because it shows Of course, as soon as I scroll over, it stops going. It'll go in a second. There it goes. So yeah, just a lot of interactive windows, references to the different movies. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you know who Greyback is. Forget it, Borks.
I've had a haircut. Oh, he said, you know it needs cutting badly. I said, I don't want it cut badly. I want it cut properly. You just can't get good service these days. Well, that's no reason to lose our heads.
If we're lucky, we may hear the reference to Jaws here in a second.
In the town of London, largest life, the ghost of
So the Shrunken Heads at one point sing one of the drinking songs that Quint sings on the boat. Because Diagon Alley is built on top of the old Jaws attraction that was here at Universal Studios Florida. The park isn't that busy today. It's been very nice other than very hot. Most waits, as I was saying, have been about 5 to 10 minutes waiting for the train to come back over here from Islands of Adventure. Waited maybe 2. Yes, Doobie, some of it is like the enchanted artwork on there, but this is most of the things that have, well, the tattoos are the enchanted artwork, but a lot of the other stuff is more wand activated. So you, like the singing bus or the Shrunken Heads, you can actually silence with one of the spells. So there's the night bus. We're just going to walk through the park, head over, and probably end up right around the Bourne Stuntacular, because hopefully I can go into that again. If you guys missed it, Mac and I were talking about that 2 nights ago. It's a fun little chat that we had because we both were lucky enough to see one of the previews. I've been to Universal at least once a week since it reopened after the shutdown. And I do believe that each time I come, they've enhanced the different safety. I've never had any feeling other than being safe here. So I can only imagine the measures that Disney will be implementing to try to one-up Universal. And in this case, one-up Universal is a great idea. No, I'm not going to walk by the carnival games, Tracy. That's the other side. But they are all still going. There's the exit to Fast and the Furious. I'm not going on that. Right now, my biggest concern of being here in the park is my phone overheating. Yeah, Doobie, this is actually, I come on the weekends and it's been a little bit more crowded, but for a weekday, this is probably a normal since the reopening. I mean, normally walking down this street, on July 1st, you're shoulder to shoulder. Hang on, Doobie. Hang on, I'm turning around. Mostly everybody wears their mask. The team members are all out enforcing people to have their masks on unless they're eating or drinking, of course. Doobie, this is for you. Yes, it's currently 91 at Universal, but it feels like 150. Across the bay, there's Springfield, Men in Black in the distance. My favorite spot, the DeLorean and the train from Back to the Future. We're walking behind Richter Burgers, which is an area I don't usually walk behind that often. And we're not going to walk that way because, unfortunately, people are smoking out there. So we're going to walk through Richter Burger. And I would say about 80% of the eateries are open. There are a couple, like the Monsters Cafe, that's not open. This restaurant is one of my favorite themes because it's just themed after the great earthquake in San Francisco. Every few minutes, I say few because I don't remember the timing, it actually sounds like the earthquake is happening. We're going to try to exit out this door. Thank you very much. Yeah, but the heat out here isn't just, oh, it's nice. No, it's sweltering. Fast and Furious. Again, not going on that. This kind of gives you a good feel of the crowds around here. We're heading into the New York area. It's not very busy at all. Transformers straight ahead of us. I feel like I'm kind of giving a highlight of the things that I don't want to do at Universal because we just passed Fast and the Furious and we're heading towards Jimmy Fallon. I know a lot of people that like those attractions. I'm just not one of them. The construction theme is actually a show, much like the Jameters. There, I said it for you correctly, Doobie. But they play construction equipment. It's nice and quiet out here. Down this road is where they do the Blues Brothers show, which looks like the next show is in a little while. The Mummy. Still a great coaster. So, Doobie, one of the things that I miss the most about Universal is my first visit here. Up here, right where the coaster comes out, that's where the Ghostbusters show was. And I only got to see it once, but it was so cheesy, but the effects were great. So it's definitely something that I miss. Looks like guests are still lining up for the garage sale that started today for annual pass holders. I tweeted out some pictures earlier. It was a lot of t-shirts, keychains, some Harry Potter tchotchkes, and some plushes. So not a lot, but everything was 50% off. So it's always nice to do something like that to clear it out. Twister. Jimmy Fallon. Thanks, Doobie. Thanks for that. And one of the nice things about the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, the pre-show that has the museum with all the Tonight Show hosts is amazing. And also, having been lucky enough to visit 30 Rock, the interior looks like it, especially some of the shop. The Monsters Cafe is still closed, sadly. It's one of my favorite places to eat because it's large and very air conditioned. But that one's still closed. I think that's really the only eatery that is still closed around here. There goes Riff Ride Rocket. Going straight up. Stand here and watch a little bit of this. I wouldn't say that the park is sad. And with the capacity issues that they're having, plus the heat, plus, travel down here is always a challenge right now. It is definitely not at full capacity, and I can say that I've loved visiting the parks for the past few weeks. Shrek is still doing their show in 3D, but the Despicable Me Minions Mayhem is not in 3D, but they've set it up very interesting where they have taped boxes that guests can stand in. So they do a really good job of accommodating out there. Just stand here for a little bit, taking in the ambiance of Universal. Of course, the Hollywood Bowl section. Normally during the summer, they'd have different concerts going on. But just like at Disney, they aren't doing anything right now. But one of the things that is happening in the Central Florida area is on the 3rd and 4th of July, SeaWorld Orlando is going to be doing fireworks. So really that'll be the first show that'll be going on in the evenings. Benji, the better attraction between Bourne and Fast and the Furious. Let me think about that. Oh, Bourne. I'm pretty sure that there's some offended people that have seen Bourne that want to talk about that too, just like Matt. Excuse me while I take a sip of my soda. One of the benefits of being an annual pass holder here at Universal is until next week, annual pass holders, if they buy an entree, get a free freestyle mug that is refillable for the entire day. It is definitely a great benefit, something that I feel, I don't think it's been a big draw for me to come back, but it's definitely been a thought of, wait, I can just go grab an entree and then get my free freestyle. Oh, thank you, Doobie. Legoland Florida is also doing fireworks, and I know that their fireworks are always a lot of fun. Say hi to Bumblebee, everybody. Bumblebee just looks sad that they just walked away without saying goodbye. Bumblebee is always great. Doobie, Transformers or Spider-Man? Spider-Man all the way. And at some point, I will have a discussion about Spider-Man versus Transformers and the history of both of those attractions. And why did everything get so loud over here all of a sudden? Mel's Drive-In is also a great place to eat. It's also a great place to get your freestyle cup, so there's always a line there. As we head past Mel's, if you look off in the distance, one of the sound stages has the advertisement for Peacock TV launching on July 15th. So that's something to keep an eye out for. There's Marilyn Monroe over there being socially distant from everybody. See, it's when we head over to this side of the park that it seems emptier because two of the biggest capacity attractions, the horror makeup show and Bourne Stuntacular, are right next to each other. So they definitely have the ability to pull in quite a few guests, even with the social distancing aspects. For now, the horror makeup is loading in on the side. Yes, Psych 2, the movie. And there's the Born Stuntacular. And gang, we're just hitting over a half-hour mark. I know we did some of the shows, did a good walk around. I'm going to cut this short and try to get into the horror makeup show. So hope you guys all enjoyed this walk around. Keep an eye out for our other live streams. I know we had a banner rolling at the bottom. There it is. So there's a park update, 7 p.m. Pacific, and then a Disney news update on Friday, along with the fireworks. So everybody enjoy. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you soon and be safe.